Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at my Camel in Unreal Engine. I've done a few updates, added root motion to the Camel, so now you can use the root motion option if you need it. I've also added an AI system, so first, it's just a basic system for you to easily drag into your scene and have a working animal. But I'll show the camel first and then the AI system. So in this scene, this is just a scene with all the different animations that come with this camel. And if we start the scene or the map, we can see all the different animations: dying, dead, attacking, resting, idling, some walking and running animations. And we can get out of this. And then we look at these folders. We have the animation folder, the blueprint folder we'll get into later, animation and blueprint. We have two different maps. One is the AI map and then this animation map. It comes with two different materials, one with one hump, one with two humps. The mesh, you get a few different options. It also comes with one with blend shapes. So you get a camel with one hump, camel with two humps, and then a camel with blend shapes. We'll jump into the blend shapes. It's kind of neat if anybody wants to look or design their own camel. So there is on the right we have the blend shape, and we can adjust the head shape. If you look, it's moving around. Eye size, you can make the eyes bigger or smaller. You can make the ears bigger or smaller. You can make the neck bigger or smaller, or hang more. You can change the size of the hump, and then there's a more for one hump or two humps. And then there's a belly size, so you can increase the size of the belly. More muscular legs or more skinny legs. And then we also have foot size also. So that's the blend shape if you want to play with that part. We also have a physics asset. Comes with the camel, and we can simulate the physics asset. There we go. And the skeleton. I don't know if you really want to see that. Two different sets of albedo or base color textures, two different normals to match those textures, and one roughness map. All at 2K, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2K. So now let's go into the animation. We can look at each animation individually here. Let's make this bigger. So we have an attack animation. Then we have a blend space animation. We can look at that later or right now. Just a basic setup for a blend space, combining walk, running, and idling. And then and that blend space is used in my basic AI system. A dead animation here. Then we have dying, a dying animation. Then we have eating to idle. Then idle to eat. Then an idle to sit animation. And idle animation. or idle chewing animation. Here's the idle, just a normal idle. Idle eating animation. Idle looking around animation. There's one running animation, then I kind of flip it on the other side, depending on how you want to set up these things. That's why I have two running animations. So there's running with root motion, running 2, and then running 2 with root motion. Then we have a sit to an idle, transitional animation. Then we have sitting, and sitting and looking around. Then we have a turning animation, turn left, turning with root motion, turn right, and turning right with root motion. And then we have a walking animation and walking with root motion. So that's a look at all the animation. And then we still have blueprints in the AI system. So here we're going to go to this other map here. This is our AI map that kind of shows off how the camels move around. I can start this scene, and the AI is working. In a moment, they'll all just start moving around here. There we go. But I'm giving a basic AI system so that if you're not a coder or you're just getting into Unreal, you can just drag and drop these camel blueprint options into your scene, and they're ready to go with code and everything running. We'll take a quick look at the basic AI system, but they will cycle through different animations. There he was eating, one was eating. They'll sit down at different times. I think one over here is sitting down. Yep. And what you can also do, they're also interactive. So right here, it's already set up. I can scare the camel. So if I get too close to him, I'll scare him. He'll get up and he'll run away. And they'll do that with other camels too. If that one just ran and excited another camel and he's running away. So now, yeah, it becomes an endless cycle. But it utilizes pretty much all the different animations in some kind of unique way. And another way you can interact is if you bump them. So I can bump them and then kill them, and then they'll lay there dead for a couple minutes and then get back up. So I added a little bit of interactivity. I didn't want to go too far because I didn't, who knows. I didn't want to make it hard for you to implement into your game. But each one of my animals is going to come with just a basic system that you can drag and drop them in and they'll work, hopefully, if I can get it all done. We can take a look at the blueprint here. I'll open up some of these. This is the blueprint for the camel. It has a decision-making line where it makes a decision whether it should roam, whether it should eat, whether it should rest. A system for draining energy and draining hunger, gaining energy and gaining hunger. The logic for moving around and roaming. When he runs away, if he gets startled, he runs away. And then reviving him when he dies. We have a little bit of logic as to whether or not he will make the decisions he does, the camel that is, what he does in resting, the eating string of animation, how he does that, how we handle damage, detection system, and then a hit check here. Detection is talking about sight, if they see something. So I've added an AI perception to it, so you can add or change some of those perceptions. Right now he just has sight on, and you can change how far he can see and everything. Under that, if you click on the very top option in here, then we have all the settings for the different things that you could change with its AI. How far it runs away, how far it walks around, all kinds of things like that. So that's a look at the blueprint and how that works. We'll take a look at the animation blueprint. So if you're writing your own system, then you could take this anim blueprint and use it to code to trigger all the animations. This basically handles all the animation and all of their transitions into other animations. Okay, so all the animations have kind of the proper transitions and whether they can transition to these different states or not. And that kind of handles all of the movement, or at least all the animation related to the movement. But that's a quick look at my Camel in Unreal Engine. I think that's the video. Have a good one, everyone.